We are live. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Meal Prep Sundays with the DFAM. We are live from Key Largo, Florida. Hello, everyone. And we have a very special guest here today. Steve, would you like to do the honors and introduce her?
So we are here in Key Largo with my mom, and you'll hear us call her Bubby once in a while. So that's who we're talking about, is Ruth Ann Drake, my wonderful mom. Say hi.
Hi, I'm happy to do this. This is fun.
She's happy to do this, kind of, not super happy, but she's going to show us a few recipes. And one of the things she's bummed out about is she's gonna make sloppy joes, and she's like, that's boring, I don't want to make sloppy joes. But the reason we want her to make sloppy joes is that that's what she's always made for our kids whenever we go visit, and everyone loves it. So it's the ultimate comfort food that she used to make us, and she still does. So, and everyone's got a different twist on sloppy joes, and this is the Bubby's twist on sloppy joes.
So we wanted to bring you some sunshine. We wanted to bring you some of Grandma/Bubby's favorite recipes the kids love. So it's going to be sloppy joes today. It is going to be Bubby's special shrimp salad dressing, shrimp salad with her own dressing that she made up from scratch. And then also her gazpacho. And before we get into the recipes, I want to give everybody an update on our financial goals. So Steve and Mark, if you're new to Meal Prep Sundays with the DFAM, welcome. Meal prepping is all about coming together, making great food, being prepared for the week, being physically healthy, and also being financially healthy, because meal prepping saves you a lot of money. We still need to support our local businesses and restaurants. At the same time, we need to make sure that we're planning those things and not just doing them every night, but maybe like one or two nights a week, something like that, for a special occasion. So I'm trying to give you some sun, and I'm trying to give you some palm trees at the same time. You need to be able to see my workstation behind me. But just to give you an update on all of our financial goals, each one of the Drake family members set a financial goal with a due date. We are working our meal prep to be able to hit those financial goals. We're doing a lot of other things too, but the meal prep also supports what we're doing financially. So Steve and Margot are at almost 1%. We are at 0.894% to goal. We gave ourselves until November 5th, 2024. Stevie is at a whopping 14% to goal. He has given himself by November 1st, 2022. So he's going to crush that one. Ellie is 0% to goal by December 31st, 2021. She is in the hospitality industry, so she's one of those people that have been financially impacted by this past year. And then Teddy is here. She is our producer today. She's coming over to say hi. Teddy is checking in with 6.63% to goal, and she has given herself by September 1st, 2021. So great job, you guys. Let's get making some good food. Do you want to start, Steve?
Yep, we're going to start with Bubby Sloppy Joes. So, and she's done a few things. Right now, she started bringing 2 pounds of ground beef. We're using turkey right now. We wanted to lighten it up.
And let me say, I've never done it with ground turkey.
So you can't vouch for it, right?
No, but I like ground beef, but because it's healthier, we'll do ground turkey
All right,
today.
that sounds good. And then how much? And then she browned it with onion. How much onion?
I did. I cut up and had it ready. About
like
3/4 of a cup of chopped up onion.
3/4 of a cup of sweet onion. She said it was so good she could eat it like an apple, which I told her not to do. So, and then you brown that. And then what else did you put in? A little salt and pepper?
A little salt and pepper. And we're going to put a little bit of
Worcestershire sauce. And some of the quantities are going to be a little
iffy.
We're not sure, so keep a close eye on what's going in there.
I will be sending out the recipes afterwards.
Okay, and now 2 of the regular cans of just Campbell's tomato soup, which is so good. And she said we might need 1 more because of the.
I don't think so.
No, you might be okay. My mind. Okay. And then, what else?
We're going to put a little bit. Okay, I put Worcester sauce in. We're going to mix this up. We have another pan of tomato soup if we need it.
Does that look okay? Or do you want a little more tomato soup?
No, because I'm going to put. Okay, the surprise thing. Okay, then I put about a tablespoon horseradish.
A healthy tablespoon of horseradish. Yum.
And we put a little bit of salt, pepper.
Like salt and pepper. It's probably like a half a teaspoon of each. And then
This is going to be fine. Then
it's good. Okay. She says the consistency is going to be good.
okay, then when everything is warm.
And how many moms have you seen cook with one of these electric frying pans? That's like has been a staple in our house forever. So when we're in the Keys, we actually do some cooking outside with Bubby at her. Arlene's on there. Bubby at her table, cooking us whatever.
This is like camping. You get to cook outside. So
It is
I
like
do
camping.
it here, and I do it in Michigan, looking at Lake Michigan. I cook outside. And okay, that's enough for the consistency. Now, the secret thing maybe is.
Are you all hearing the secret?
I add mustard.
Mustard right in it.
A lot of.
I'll tell you how much. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be
Like
a quarter cup.
Two
Almost a quarter cup of just.
And I get to taste it.
Oh, yummy.
The onions down here, we have a little market, and the sweet onions are just delicious.
Are they Vidalia onions or what are they?
They're just sweet. I don't know what they are.
Sweet onion.
I think they come from Homestead. Okay, and then
now some ketchup.
for the color to be good, not much ketchup. That's not my favorite.
That's probably 2 tablespoons of ketchup. And
then,
again, Margot will type this up and send it. We're doing it backwards. We're sending everyone the recipes after.
Okay,
That's it.
With the potato chips.
So now we're gonna let it bubble, and then I'll plate one up so everyone can see how I would always get things served to me after school and after football practice and when I came home from college. And so we'll do that. The other thing is I wanted everyone to know that we do the DFAM food prep on Sundays, but this is also us food prepping for the week. I don't want my mom to be cooking for us all week. So this is fun for us to make a few recipes that are going to sit in the refrigerator, and we'll just be nibbling on it the whole week, and no one really has to stress about cooking and what's for dinner, what's for lunch. So that's the plan.
My son-in-law calls this wet meat.
Jeff does. Brother-in-law Jeff calls it wet meat, but he still eats it.
I think Jeff likes it.
I think he likes it.
I want to welcome our live viewers. Hello, Arlene Wright. And if you are watching live, check in where you are watching from. And I'm so sorry I am backlit, but I really, really wanted you guys to see some sunshine and some water because I know in the north we haven't seen a whole lot of that. So these recipes will be typed up and sent out after the broadcast. So stay tuned for those. And if you are not on our mailing list yet, it's really easy to go to www.dfam.life. Let's see if I can put that up there. Yep, here we go. www.dfam.life or text family to 616-344-4401. Either way, you will then get our recipes. You'll get our updates on our financial goals, and that's hopefully going to inspire you to do the same thing. Because if you don't have a plan and you don't have an end date, then you just have a dream. It's not a goal, and there's no strategy with it. So while Bubby was making her meat for her sloppy joes, and you guys, I want to tell you how excited I am to finally be able to eat this. We've never made it with turkey before, and so I've never been able to eat them. So I am so excited to be able to eat them. So we are moving on to gazpacho. So while Bubby was browning the meat, I was just peeling the cucumbers. And Bubby, you're going to have to help me with some measurements. So I will pour everything in here as you tell me to do. So just consider me your hands. So we are on the V8 regular tomato juice. About how much of this?
How much V8? The whole thing? She's got the gallon of V8.
What kind of a dish is she making?
In your big white plastic bowl.
Oh, that's huge.
Well, do you want me to cut everything up first and then just pour this over the top?
Of the V8 juice in.
Put half the V8.
Then add the salsa we bought.
Okay, I'll cut all this stuff up first. So one of the things that I wanted to tell you, Bubby and live viewers, is that the thing that I enjoyed most about Bubby making her gazpacho over these years is the fact that she would sit right here next to the pool. Teddy, can you move this so people can see the pool? She will sit right next to the pool with this big bowl in her lap and just chop things up in her lap. No cutting board, just a pruning knife, and not making a big deal of it. And she would sit, talk to us, and chop up veggies. And I thought that was really fun. So she could be with us, be with the kids, and still make some awesome food while we were here. All right, I am cutting the cucumbers. And next we have onion. I have a full onion down here. Is that what you want to go in here, a full onion?
Yes. We're supposed to get green onions.
Forgot. You like half the onion.
You can just do half of an onion because you've got all the tomatoes in the
And the
salsa.
onion in the salsa too.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this cucumber is probably a little chunkier than I would have liked to have cut it, but in the interest of time, we have a whole nother one. So I'll do this one better. All right. So Bubby, how did you come up with this gazpacho recipe?
With the boat.
Where did you find the gazpacho recipe?
My friend Linda Stafford made it first, but I just found an easy way to do it by buying she would make it and then you have to add cucumbers and the things you wanted in it. But I like finding that fresh sauce.
Did you hear all that?
No, will you repeat it?
Yeah, so she said her friend Linda Stafford used to make it, but what she did was she made it a little easier, simpler by using the fresh salsa from the store.
And then adding lots more cucumbers.
And then adding more like chunky cucumbers to it. So she's been making it for years and years. I know that.
And a little horseradish and a little Worcester.
Oh, you need Worcester sauce in there too.
See, that's.
I'll have to run it down. So my funny story, because the people are like wondering why do I call her Grandma Bubby? And that's such a lot. We've been calling her Bubby.
It was the movie Crossing the Lancey.
I mean, forever. My mom grew up in the Lutheran Christian church. She's not Jewish, and Bubby is a Yiddish term for a very special grandma. So one day in the Miami airport down here, these little teeny kids ran up to their grandma and were yelling, "Bubby, Bubby." And from that time, and also Ruthie just said she saw it in a cute movie called Crossing Delancey Street. She loved the fact that all these kids called their grandma Bubby. She thought it was cute. So she, from that time, told all the grandkids, just call me Bubby. And she's been Bubby for 30, I don't know.
How old is
almost 40 years.
Gretchen is 36.
So all of my Jewish friends out there, don't take offense that we're calling her Bubby. It's a very, very sweet term of endearment.
Yes.
And she's been Bubby forever. I think we even spell it wrong, as a matter of fact. Because it's B-U-B-B-Y. I think it's I-E.
Either way.
So that's the story of Bubby.
I'm glad you explained that because people were probably confused.
Oh, what the heck?
So I am doing my best to chop the onion as quickly as possible. Teddy is grabbing a cutting board and coming to help me.
Okay.
So if you're just tuning in live, We are live from Key Largo, Florida. You can see the sunshine. You can see the palm trees and blue skies. It feels so good to be down here and not to be freezing, to actually be sweating.
Come on there.
What's the temperature, do you think, today?
What's that?
What's the temperature today?
I think it's supposed to be 73. It's got to be close to now where we are.
So pretty.
We're spending most of our time outside just so we can social distance as much as possible. Obviously, I'm using my mask because we're up close. We're doing the best we can, everybody.
I thought about this when I pulled all the food out here. I've made a lot of food at this table too, outside.
I remember when you were juicing once, and you made so much juiced stuff down there. So that's like the second kitchen of this house.
This is. You just have to bring everything out by the pool, because I always had to watch the kids in the pool.
Okay.
And I'm sorry about the sunglasses, but I can't see the screen without them. So
fine. So we are plating up a sloppy Joe, and Bubby just reminded me that she likes to put butter on the bun.
This is the fattening thing that I like. No butter on the bottom bun, on the top bun, and Connie Houck is laughing at me.
Why is she laughing? Connie Houck is not laughing at you.
Yes.
okay, so now we are we have the cucumbers chopped up, the sweet onion chopped up.
Oh.
Apparently there was supposed to be green onion, but we didn't get the memo on that, correct?
Right there.
And then we put a little, well, people.
Wait.
Up, they froze.
And have you that's
All right, I put in the entire thing of salsa. I hope I was supposed to do that. It's a lot. We are making a lot. This is going to be enough for all week.
Add more views.
You know, we always make it a lot. Oh, you guys, this looks so good. All right, well, I got to get the food.
All right, so I just added the salsa. Now I'm adding the Tabasco. Obviously, the Tabasco can be to taste. And the horseradish, I brought a ton of tasting spoons down to make sure that I can taste it safely. I put about 2 tablespoons. I'll show you what this looks like so far. Oh, we've got the food cam going.
Yeah, we do. I got all kinds of. So there it is, everyone. I can't tell you. Like one on a plate looks so good, and I used to eat like 6 of these at a time. So good.
All right, so I have the horseradish in there. Teddy's throwing in the chopped green peppers. Everything was washed before we got started, by the way. Let's see, we have some new comments. People are checking in.
I'm showing everyone Bubby's house because she loves it. This is her little horse at her front door. And her dog that she loves. Where's Coco?
What's he stealing?
Come here.
Oh my gosh, this looks so good. So everyone in the north, this, you know, the gazpacho may or may not be something that you'd want in the winter. However, when it's room temperature and it's spicy, it's still very warming. I just don't like eating it chilled, you know, when I'm cold outside. Down here, of course, it's nice and toasty warm. So having it chilled or room temperature is fine. I am going to taste this. You guys, that was really easy.
Is it done? Oh, you need your Worcester sauce. I will run it down.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, it is so good. So I'm going to show you guys.
Did you get Tabasco in it, Martin?
I got the Tabasco in it. I'll put the Worcestershire sauce in it.
Okay.
Oh, it looks so good.
All right, how much of this, Bubby?
Good job.
Bubby? Oh, she can't hear me.
She cannot hear you. Writing down?
How much
No.
Worcester sauce, ma'am?
She can't hear you. It's okay. Go back up.
Is she coming down?
All right, we're just putting a little bit in, making it up as we go along. This is the way I get all the recipes. I get them scribbled on a piece of paper, and they're a lot more understandable when you guys get them.
Hey, Marco,
But I'm glad. Yes.
he says like 2 tablespoons, so a lot of Worcester sauce.
Okay. Perfect. Done. All right. I used that one already, so we're getting rid of that. We're mixing this up. Let me taste it. So good. Arlene Wright is saying that she's curled up on our chaise.
Aw.
The cat.
No friend of ours. She bought some of our furniture. Not out of our furniture.
That is so good. All right, you guys. The gazpacho is done. The sloppy joes are done, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we're done.
Oh my gosh.
Watching you on TV.
Okay, so the gazpacho, so we have 2 of the recipes done, you guys. It's only $3.27. So how awesome is that? All right, so that is done. We'll make sure we get the Worcestershire sauce in the recipe. And now we are gonna, so I am your hands again. You just tell me what I'm doing. Now I am making the,
Yes.
there's some water in it. That's the beauty of cooking outside. You can just dump extra water on the ground.
So what do we for the dressing?
Mayonnaise in the bottom.
So mayonnaise in the bottom of the bowl.
Okay.
Enough.
And she said about three tablespoons, right?
So how much mayonnaise do you think?
Maybe 2 tablespoons.
That's it?
Yeah,
2 tablespoons of mayonnaise?
Well, or a little more, but then a lot of lemon.
Hey, do like a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise.
Yep, that's what I did.
The lemon juice will finish it.
And then a half of a lemon or
Quite a bit of
a half lemon juice.
I had to bring this fork. Can you see it? I don't know how well you can see it.
Oh, with the gems on it? That's so nice.
I had to use this fork to juice the lemon. And by the way, I received a gift for Christmas from my neighbor, Cheryl, who brought me a hand juicer. She said it's a must-have. So it's in Michigan, though.
It was a game changer too. So this salad dressing is for
shrimp salad.
It's for shrimp salad. Margot doesn't enjoy the shrimp, so she's just making the salad part. But I actually have all the shrimp for her down there. And
so
what we could do is just add the shrimp to this salad, and it's an incredible shrimp salad. Really, really good.
If we can, we put avocado.
Avocado's down there.
I have it. So how much curry?
Avocados. How much curry?
Like a teaspoon.
Teaspoon curry.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Okay, that was more like a tablespoon.
Almost. You're good.
Okay, and then this is not written. Yes, it is written down. Lowry Seasoning. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? I had never heard of it before I met your family. This was
salt.
Just shake a little bit because it's very salty.
Yeah, so just a few shakes of it. Lowry sea salt. Everyone kind of has seen it in steak, but it's from the Lowry in Chicago, and I think they probably
really cannot see
more salt than steak.
Can you see that?
Yeah, I can too. It's really loud.
We don't. I'm sorry. We don't have our food cam down here. Our fancy food cam.
And green onions are good in that.
Oh, Bubby says green onions are also really good in that.
In the dressing or in the salad?
In the salad.
Doesn't that look good?
You could just like dip stuff in that dressing. It's so good.
I made a lot of dressing. Okay, so I am going to taste the dressing.
Are you going to make a salad too?
That dressing is so good.
Success.
So okay, Teddy, can you get me a big bowl? I don't want to put the lettuce on top of this. I made too much dressing. Just get me a little bowl. Okay, so in the meantime, I can chop up the romaine lettuce. So do you want to talk a little bit about the shrimp and how you prepared that? Because I'm going to be honest, I know nothing about shrimp. I never eat it.
So down here in Florida and other parts, there's a really great store called Publix, and they have their own little seafood area. I got some of their shrimp, and we just boil it with seasoning, with big chunky celery stalk, some onions, and some lemon. And how long do we completely cook?
If you brought it home,
You put some water in there.
Yeah, but if we cook it from scratch.
3 minutes in a boil.
Yeah, so it only takes about 3 minutes to really cook, to boil fresh shrimp. And really, for what Ruthie says, it's the texture of the shrimp that you want. Some people like it kind of loose still. She likes it really snappy and hard in a salad. And that's how we did it. So 3 minutes in boiling water, we'll cook it to perfection. Old Bay seasoning key, but then adding that fresh celery and the onions and the lemon makes it just perfect.
Thank you so much. Okay, so a couple of things. The gazpacho, we're just going to put it in a serving dish. And then also we're going to add the Caesar croutons as people are making their gazpacho in their own bowl. Sometimes it's nice to throw the croutons in first and pour the gazpacho over the top. I can't have these, so that's why they're not going in. Plus, I made a ton. I made, like, you can make everything that we are making today, you can make by the truckload and then eat it all week, which is so nice. Bubby, is the Worcestershire sauce supposed to go in the shrimp salad dressing too? Does it go in everything?
No.
1 drop.
She says one drop, which is no, but you can.
Okay.
1 drop.
I guess I love
Okay.
it.
Okay, so this just looks really good. Look at that. Can you see it, or is it too backlit?
I can't see it very well, but I'm sure we can see it. Right there, it looks good.
So good. So I'm just taking this out of the big dish for a minute because I made way too much. And I only have 1 head of romaine lettuce down here. The nice thing is, as soon as we're done with this broadcast, we get to eat. Okay. While they were talking, I was cutting up the romaine lettuce.
Aww.
So we have this all cut up. And one thing I did not bring, I'm going to have to use this to toss it. You know what? I'm going to have to toss it off camera. This is too much lettuce.
Use it with her hands. Totally legal.
Well, I am not, because then I won't be able to use my hands for anything else, and there's no water out here for me to wash them. So one thing I wanted to point out, this was something I had never seen before we started coming to the Keys 30 years ago. Do you want to talk about this?
It's a Florida avocado. So they do grow avocados in Florida, but they're different. They're their own, species, I guess, and they're big. I think they're not as flavorful as like the ones you get in California or Mexico, but they're humongous. So out of respect and honoring the Keys, we used Florida avocados. And I think these are really good. These are ready to go. Right?
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect.
Awesome.
So I just slice that in my hand as Bubby would do poolside. And now I'm throwing it in the salad.
We have to, after this, eat all this. I am getting
I know. I'm so hungry. So this is going in the salad. And then the other thing that I'm adding, Bubby, that salad dressing is so good. So
you
good.
made that from scratch.
I love it.
And these sisters laughed when I said Margot thought it was so good.
Did they? It's because they've had it forever.
They said, "Mother, make something good."
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh, it's so good. So I'm gonna just wedge these hard-boiled eggs, and we'll put them on the side of the salad so everyone gets the same amount, because otherwise the yolks all fall all over the place.
Hard-boiled egg.
Oh, it's in there. You told me that was part of it.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Because
Okay. So I
Like
cut
a-
up the hard-boiled eggs. I have
Yeah.
the avocado in there, and then I'm gonna put the dressing back in, just a few dollops of it, and then toss it around.
Do you need any utensils? Or you
I
fine?
need everything. I can't plate this up down here, but it's done. The dressing is done. The salad is done. The eggs are cut. I definitely did not clean up the way I normally do when we're meal prepping, because there's nowhere to put anything. But we have a lot of good food, and look at that. We did it in 37 minutes. Bubby, this is the fastest meal prep Sunday ever.
It's the world record. So the thing with the sloppy joes is that it freezes really easily, and you could always make a ton of it, put it in like a Ziploc freezer bag, put it in the freezer, and if someone comes to the house or something, just heat it up, and it's still perfect. So this is a good one that lasts a long time in the freezer. Your stuff has to be like within 3 days. The gazpacho you have to eat quickly, and well, that dressing will keep for a little while in the fridge.
Yeah, the dressing will keep. The gazpacho will last it probably a week if there's even if it lasts that long in the fridge, because everyone eats it. But it's just such a nice thing. Like when you need an afternoon snack, instead of eating something maybe you feel like wouldn't be serving your 2021 resolutions, you can grab a cup of this instead. So perfect.
Cute.
Oh, Ellie's chiming in. She wants some gazpacho. Oh,
good.
Ellie, it smells so good. So if just to recap, we made Bubby's sloppy joes. The kids absolutely love it. She loves making it for them, and they love eating it. We made her curried shrimp salad. We'll call it a curry shrimp salad, and then her gazpacho. And there were lots of little tricks in there. If you were listening carefully and watching, Arlene Wright was definitely watching. You'll hear some of her tricks that make it a little bit easier for her to make quickly and efficiently. Is there anything that you want to add before we wrap and eat?
Bubby just took off. It's hard to manage talent around here. She just got sick of the whole thing and just walked away.
She walked away?
No, she had fun. This was fun for her to do. She really doesn't think, she makes these things so often that they're just not a big deal. And she doesn't realize that we miss it. And then when we come see her, we get excited about eating all this good stuff. So it's fun. It's good old fashioned grandma and mom food. It's pretty healthy too, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, you can definitely make this as healthy as you want. You can definitely do that. Going a little bit lighter on the dressing, having your shrimp, if you eat shrimp, if you have like a warm chicken breast chopped up into little cubes, I think that would be really good. Or even actually, everyone that knows me is going to laugh when they hear this, but I could even eat this with one of those tuna fish packs. The what is it? Wild Planet tuna fish packs. I think that would be really good on this salad.
That salad would go great with like a grilled piece of salmon. That would be really good.
See, so many ways. So let's just give a recap quickly about how amazing our Christmas was because we had the meal prep. Steve, you want to weigh in on that?
Oh my gosh. Well, you posted on social media pictures of our morning, and when we woke up, I told Margot my Christmas present is to sit in bed for a little bit and have some coffee. And you could tell she didn't want to do that. She was like, I'm going to go start. I just want to have a quiet moment to kind of start prepping things. And it took her probably 20 minutes to get everything laid out for Christmas morning. She had all of her food. We had this awesome mimosa bar. It was beautiful and still had twinkly lights on everywhere. And it was so simple. When she was done setting it all out, she was done for the day. And that's all that we really had to do. And it was all pre-made. So that was a total Christmas victory, that food prep that we did last.
And what about what we found in the freezer for Christmas dinner?
Oh gosh, that's so funny. So a few weeks ago, several weeks ago, when we did Ellie's Mexican food prep, we were making bean dip. And we found one of the bean dips that we made for that episode in the freezer, frozen. And we didn't think about eating late in the afternoon. So we food prepped for the morning, but kind of forgot about what are we going to eat in the afternoon. So we pulled that out and threw it in the oven, and it was awesome. It like literally saved our lives. So we had this really good bean dip in the afternoon. Everyone just killed it so fast. And it saved our life, but really, really good. So that was a kind of a side note of our food prep, because we do this. I don't know if people know it. We do it once in like the test kitchen so we can take pictures and make sure we do it right. And then we do it again on Sunday with everyone else. So we had one extra thing from that Mexican week. That was perfect. It was perfect. Our Christmas day was just awesome. The kids had fun, and we really just hung out in our jammies all day.
It was so fun, and all I wanted were the kids to wake up and to smell it. I just wanted them to wake up and be able to smell all the good food. And Stevie, when he walked down the hall, I just wanted him to be able to smell really good food and be excited to come and eat. So it all goes back to having a plan, doing work ahead of time, having a plan, sticking to the plan, preparing, and then having delayed gratification, not scrambling, not living in reaction, living in strategy. And that was a perfect example of that. Whether you're talking about Christmas Day, or whether you're talking about your physical health, or whether you're talking about your financial health, the same rules apply across the board. And also accountability. Accountability is key. I can't tell you how many times I've come down here and I have wanted to practice yoga on the dock, but at 6, 7, 8 o'clock in the morning when no one's awake, it is really hard to get motivated, and it might be a little dark out. It's really hard to get motivated and go out and do it by myself. But yesterday I was reminded it was Saturday and that today was Sunday, and I do yoga on Sunday. And my yoga studio, a lot of my yoga studios have gone virtual. So the point I'm making is I held myself accountable. I texted the owner of the studio, told her I was signing up for class, told her I'd be there at 10 o'clock, did it with a group of people that were going to show up also. And so I had a reason to get up, get dressed, and get out on the dock and do yoga. So I made a plan and I stuck to the plan. It's so important, accountability. So when we go back to our financial goals, who is your accountability buddy? Find that person. It may be your significant other. It may be your kids. Your kids can hold you so accountable. It may be your friend. It may be a coworker. Make that goal. Make that declaration. Stay accountable to that person and check in. You'll see Stevie's needle is moving pretty fast, but our needle is not moving as fast, but it's moving, and it's moving in the right direction. And guess where it would have been if we hadn't been focused on that for the last, I think, is this 8 weeks, Steve? I think we're at 8 weeks, right?
Yes.
Because we've gone through 2 total cycles. Yeah. So if we hadn't, if we're not tracking it, holding each other accountable, staying accountable to you, we wouldn't have even made that progress yet. So that's the whole idea. Make your goal, physical goal, your financial goal, stick to it, stick to a plan. Feel like in this microwave, immediate gratification society, it's so hard for people just to stick to a decision that they made because it's so easy to be off course. Do you want to say anything else about that?
No, because I completely agree with everything you've said. We've talked about it separately and with some friends. It's just the truth. It's the truth.
And does Bubby want to say anything about her recipes or anything else before we call this a wrap?
I'm eating.
Nope, she's eating pistachios and enjoying the show. So I think we're to the end of our
How do you think?
Stuff.
Hey, you guys, drop Bubby a comment. Let her know how you think she did. This is her very first live broadcast ever.
And I think it's my last.
She didn't give up. She just said she's done. We don't pay enough.
Well, Bubby definitely was the fastest. So if you enjoyed today's broadcast, please like, comment, share the broadcast. The more families we get coming together, making good food, coming together as family, eating together as families, the better. The world is going to be a benefit from that. So please like, comment, share. If you're watching this on Facebook, like my professional page, you'll get more notifications of what we're up to. And DFAM meal prep, by the way, is just the beginning. If you're watching this on YouTube, please take a second to follow my YouTube channel. We've got a lot of fun surprises coming up in Q1 for everybody that are already done. We just need to roll them out to all of you. So are you done, Steve?
I'm done. Come up here so we can eat food.
All right. Thanks for joining us live in Key Largo. Have a great week, you guys. Next time we talk, it's going to be 2021. Thank goodness.
Oh, bye, Coco.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thanks.